Here we are.
Chapter 3, starting in a little bit of a familiar way, if I do say so.
This was a big struggle for us, was figuring out.
Look at how different this looks already.
Yeah. But figuring out how to write a third Jester that wrapped it up in a satisfying way, because we didn't want to keep making Jesters for the rest of our lives. So
yeah, but it's like, how do you end something that the
is
first
an
two
anthology?
Parts, yeah, the first two parts don't have anything to do with one another.
And we also wanted to bring back some of the like whimsy of the Jester that's in the first one that's not in the second one, because he's very mean in the second one.
The second one's so mean.
He's not
It's
any
a mean
fun.
little movie.
He's just a bully.
Yeah.
So we were like, what's, a Halloween tradition that you would love to do with the Jester? And we decided to go with trick-or-treating.
Yeah, this was actually Nick's pitch. Nick said, what if it was a little kid that the Jester took trick-or-treating one night, and you get to see a bunch of houses that, like, normally anybody would see on a night of trick-or-treating. And we shot this with the black magic, so looks a little different in terms of quality.
It looks great. Like, I love the look of this movie. It might be a little soft. And it's a little...
Like the tone of the movie is soft. Is what you mean?
Yeah. As far as like what the Jester does, and it
doesn't
starts
do a lot in
it
this.
starts and stops a lot.
Yeah.
But
Pacing is weird.
Fucking looks like a movie. This is a great gag. Have Jester in the dark of this little alley between these houses.
Yeah.
Standing so still that the motion activated lights don't turn on.
Such a good reaction. Hi?
Cool.
But yeah, going back to what you were saying before, like I remember.
At least I got some candy this year.
God, we had like some wild ideas for this third one that were maybe trying to like answer questions a little bit about the Jester, and it was just like we're doing it kind of out of necessity and not because we wanted to. And then I had pitched the idea as a joke to, I think, you and Nick, like, what if it opens with Steph and Nick, or Steph and Nate, and neither of them, or Steph doesn't remember what happened, because then we can establish that she's kind of been under the Jester's influence, and the knife's not there, the pumpkin's not there, like, none of it was real, so we can answer that ever-present question about where the knife was in the pumpkin, and then we end with the Jester seeing my character on the street, and then both of you guys were like, yeah, that could be a thing.
Because we had the real problem of wrapping this up. Like, we would always get to the same sort of spot where we're the last house, and then like, what happens at the last house?
Yeah.
And then it was after you pitched the idea of, he runs in, it picks up at the beginning of the first film. Like, oh, that's so great. Because then we don't have to write an ending.
we're just like, it's not even, the twist is not even like a huge revelation. It's just like, yeah, apparently all these things just took place on one night, and they were told out of order, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Told in the most
it's
convoluted
not a time loop?
order. Oh yeah, the Jester's like a time traveler.
Yeah, I thought that's what happens.
Yeah, this is like a Halloween town that's perpetually stuck in a time loop or whatever. Shut up.
I remember as well, we struggled a lot with, and it's something that we've tried to do in all of our shorts, is to write horror movie characters that are actually likable. Because we have several drafts where he goes trick-or-treating with some child who has like a babysitter that's abandoned him.
Right, yeah.
And then they show up back at the end, and we're just like, ugh, who cares about these kinds of characters? Like,
yeah,
the negligent teens.
But it is always fun, like this character coming up, the kid who demands to take all of her candy.
Took all the candy over there.
Yeah.
It's like there are some characters that show up that are just like, you want the Jester to fuck with them.
Yeah.
That's why they're there, and
But
it is
as
fun.
far as having like our main characters be likable, we've always wanted.
Okay.
Yeah, the main characters, especially. The first time we ever really tried to do that was our Halloween fan film that we made. And I really like that film. So if you're watching this and you haven't watched that, go watch that.
Go watch it.
Go watch it.
And then we ran into the problem
Oh my
of what does the Jester do to a child?
Yeah, it's like, well, he can't split his head open or anything, so what's he doing?
And this is maybe like we're talking about the Jester being a little soft.
Yeah, you feel a little limited, maybe. Because it's like, I personally don't want the Jester to be brutalizing children or anything like that, so...
No.
And I like the fact that the Jester is nuanced, I guess, in terms of, like, he's not one note through every short. Like, every short, he's not doing the same thing. He's not whipping a knife out and hurting himself in front of somebody, or...
Oh, that was a weird cut.
Yeah, what? I just noticed that. What? That was terrible.
Having fun tonight, are we?
Oh, well.
Oh, this guy's great.
I have what you want.
Yeah, Kyle.
Just this character, like this dad that's got the haunted house set up in
Yeah,
his
it's
garage
like,
to go
you know,
all day.
his kids are like inside playing PlayStation.
Yeah.
And he's out. Like, he decorated this, spent all day putting his little haunted house up.
Tricks are for us.
This is like the first time somebody, like, really has a, not a conversation, but like, speaks directly to the Jester as though he were like a guy.
Yeah.
I think, all three of them. Like, tries to talk to him. It's like talking to the Terminator.
I'll just walk away.
That's what it's her little head. What's so great about the Jester, though, is that you don't know. He's so hard to read. You don't know what he's thinking. You never know if he's gonna get you or not.
The lights are on.
So is us playing with like Halloween
I
traditions.
don't think anybody is home.
So you go trick or treating, and the one house, you know, it's got its lights off. It's not supposed to be like whoever is inside. Either they're not home or they're not celebrating. And Jester
Well, we
don't
know-
give a
yeah,
fuck.
Jester don't matter to him.
I think I could see you in that window shot.
Hey, what? Must have been a ghost.
I don't think I've ever noticed that before.
Seeing all kinds of things I don't want to see in this watch through. If you couldn't tell, we had an 8mm lens in this room. So we played around. We loved the way that super wide angle looked, and maybe shouldn't have used it as much, because now I'm seeing a bunch of stuff I shouldn't see. I like this little like sigh of relief that she breathes when no one answers, because she's
Yeah.
like, I got away. I knocked as gently as I could.
I'm so glad we didn't break this door. It's like big glass pane, because I think we hit it several times with just varying pieces of equipment.
Sorry, kid. I'm not handing out candy.
But this
Benro.
guy
Certified
was
stunt man.
Yep. He was
So our first time working with like an actual pro.
yeah, someone
performer.
with stunt experience and
Yeah.
equipment. And it was also the answer to all the comments of, yo, if I met the Jester, I fuck him up.
Yeah.
I shoot him. I do this and that. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Nah.
It's like, okay, well, you know he's made up, right? And
Yeah.
that we can say anything we want.
And he's magic.
So we say you can't do that. How about that? If you'd like to see what happens if you shot at the Jester with a gun, watch the Jester feature film.
Get out of here!
I think it's important that the Jester makes me laugh.
Yeah. He's got to be fun.
He's fun.
Or he's just any other
He loves what he does.
antagonist. It's just
Hey,
it's just
Becky.
full chaos.
Yeah. Poke, poke.
And we wanted
Not
to show
even-
that this guy did have like humanity. He wasn't just an asshole, because he, on multiple occasions, was not going. He was going to let the Jester go, and the Jester kept poking him.
Yeah. And he acknowledges the little girl and everything, and
Yeah, he's just someone who wanted to be
Doesn't-
left alone on Halloween. He did nothing wrong.
yeah.
And the red blanket was another thing to bring back across all the shorts.
Yeah. And we just like this stuff. We like stuff. It's like, no, it's not as visceral as the Jester like cutting this guy's face off or pulling his guts out or something like that. But it is like weird. It's
Yeah.
just so much weirder than all that stuff. For the Jester, instead of doing that, inflicting any physical violence on him, like freezes him to this chair and forces him to participate for the rest of the night. And I'm sure by morning the guy will be fine and he'll be able to get up from the chair, but that's going to be a long time and he's going to just be stuck in this chair for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
That's unpleasant.
I also love that everything the Jester does is just for his own.
Yeah, there's
Amusement.
no audience. This is fun. It's been enough time since making this now where I watched that little like setup and payoff and I'm like, that was pretty clever.
I think
This
it's
little
clever.
thing. And I like that the little girl ran away.
Yeah.
She's like, you know what? That's enough for me.
Yeah. Just watch these two grown men fight.
Yeah.
Question mark.
And that kid is dressed as an easel.
It's our same. It's the same two kids.
Hey, I didn't know that.
Really? This is in the original short. This Boo Ghost character was played by Grant, and in this reshoot, it's played by Rebecca.
Yeah, because they have the exact same body type. That took so many tries to get that right, and it is pretty smooth now, I think.
Yeah.
But you have to step up onto the curb and act
And
like you've
turn
always
around.
been there.
Yeah, and it's something in the first short.
Yeah, man.
The first Jester reveal where you can just barely see me
Yeah.
like stepping into it.
Your arm going up to your hip. This is the only time in all three movies. You pointed this out before. This is the only time in all three shorts where somebody swears, and that one line makes this Sheik goes kind of a huge hit.
Yeah.
In the comment, people love that guy.
Just someone that's so baked out
Oh,
on
shit.
Halloween. We got to reshoot a couple of shots from the first, and it just looks so great.
Yeah.
There he is. Oh, that guy from the first one. Does your character have a name?
Oh, yeah, I think it's man or
It's
guy.
not like Steve.
Yeah, Winston.
Because we name Nate and Steph, but then I don't think we name anybody else
Nah.
except Boo Ghost.
Oh, our false score is great, by the way.
Always.
Always
Can't
great.
say enough good things about it. It elevates us more than we deserve, I think.
Yeah, we're now going to talk about Rafal's score for the next 15 minutes. Here we go.